JT Daniels tweets out, thanks to the NCAA, I've been given immediate eligibility. He can play right now. Not to say that there wouldn't have been a quarterback battle, but he's eligible. He can go.
It's on now.
Coach, what are your thoughts on what this means for the Georgia program now that JT Daniels, the number 4 player in the nation, is eligible to play at Georgia this year if they have football?
Well, you're cashing in on a life insurance policy is what you're doing. It's just really a high premium deal for UGA, and I'm happy for the young man. He's had a lot of adversity, just like a lot of kids have, but overall, just to be able to not have to sit for a year. I mean, regardless if he wins a job or not, he's going to have a lot better situation going into 21.
The question everybody has now is who wins the job. I mean, between Jamie and the JT now. I mean, how do we see this playing out? We haven't even addressed that idea of it.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. But do you go with the former 5-star kid, or do you go with probably the most touted grad transfer on the market?
Who's going to be the guy that takes care of the ball, that runs the show, that gets everybody in the right play, that makes you avoid losing? That's going to be number one. Then you're going to look at the system that Todd Monken brings in here, which all of us have had a chance to look at, and I had a chance to study him when I was doing this game.
Jamie Newman last year, second highest grade of all quarterbacks on the deep ball, 96.5. Highest rated, Joe Burrow.
Oh, wow.
You got a good deep ball. He throws the ball with a lot of spin on it, but I would say arm strength-wise, they're both very comparable too, and I can't wait to be able to watch them a little bit.
JT Daniels reclassified. Mm-hmm. He should have been a 2019 kid. He was a 2018 kid. Was still the number 4 player in the nation behind Trevor Lawrence, who's decent.
Yeah, he's all right.
And Justin Fields, who's
also
decent. I don't even know who number 3 was.
Number 3 was actually JT Daniels' wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Okay.
So you had the youngest guy almost in that class, winds up being number 4. And then he goes to USC and tears it up. I mean, absolutely tears it up. So you just got to think this kid's got it. But then we've seen what Jamie Newman did at Wake.
With Wake talent.
Yeah, with Wake. And I'm not – you get all the hate mail.
Listen,
Jake.
Wake's got some players. Don't get me wrong, but nobody can make the argument that they're on the same level as even a USC, and certainly not a Georgia.
Well, I want Jake to tell me about this guy that we flipped yesterday, because he was all over it.
Guy, I encourage you to go watch the film on him. He's a 4-star for us, 3-star elsewhere. I think the 4-star rating is very much deserved because of what he's able to do in tight windows. He is, for 6'3", 190 pounds, that guy is elusive. I
watched his ability to move in space. So like you say, tight space. For a guy 6'3", he got good angular movement.
Dion was a great interview, first off. Just a super sharp kid and always so great to talk to in person. But kind of broke it down, and I think a lot of people have had questions. What's the holdup? Everybody expected once he decommitted from Notre Dame, well, he'll just flip straight to Georgia, because he's 10 minutes down the road from campus. He's taken a much more measured approach to it. He says Georgia's one of the teams that's really staying in there. Alabama was another he mentioned.
Georgia football is now on TikTok, right? That's a new thing for Georgia football to be on that.
Because that's
I don't have a TikTok. I don't know if you guys do, but Georgia football does. And Kirby Smart had the video of him running on the beach against his son doing the Deion Sanders at the end of a race. Do you think Scott Cochran would let a kid beat him in a race?
No, when his push a kid down to win.
And when his kid loses, he'd make him do push-ups.
Yeah. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.